chat. I think we're going. Okay. Hello everybody. This will just be me doing a live analysis and then planning out my trades. I will plan out my trades according to what Market Cipher is giving me, so I'm kind of like interpreting whatever Market Cipher is doing and then deciding what Market Cipher will look like when it approaches a level, for example, a resistance or a support. And then I'll create an alert and I'll show you how to set up alerts, well, how I do it anyways, in creating a position to look at. So I'm just kind of planning out my trades for the day using Market Cipher. Just updating these fib supports. I like to use fibs a lot. It's kind of my go-to thing. Anyways, what I like to do usually is start out on the 12-minute and just kind of see what's going on. We'll work my way down to the 6-minute. Right now I am in a short right now. We did get a 24-minute ever slightly bearish divergence. You can see the momentum right here. Momentum getting smaller right here. Price is coming up. So I plan on closing it probably at around this 41K level, this golden pocket right here. And so that is the first thing I kind of want to look at, is I kind of want to interpret and see what will happen when we come down here, if we come down here. And so what I'm really looking at right now is a 3-minute, or it could possibly a 6-minute, probably a 6-minute bullish div. So what that will look like is that we'll just get that momentum reset, come down, and it'll come back up. And then this will be the bullish div right here. And just lining it up with the price to this momentum wave, it'll just kind of look like that. So that is my first trade that I'm looking at. Let me delete all my alerts. We'll start fresh. So I'm just gonna put an alert just above that golden pocket area. Then I'm gonna write a note to myself, look for long on 6-minute at GP. And then of course I'll make this my own alert folder. And so you guys can kind of see what I'm kind of looking at. Anybody here? Okay. What is weird about this is that the 12-minute is diverging, the 24 is dividing, but the 6-minute isn't, and money flow is coming up. Confusing. Yeah. It's why you kind of have to take things kind of carefully when doing this, especially when we have a ton of momentum coming up on the 2-day right here. We're getting a green dot printing. Money flow is coming up daily. Money flow is coming up. Whenever the money flow resets like that, it provides a ton of momentum. Same with the 3-day. We're having the VWAP kind of tickle the 0 line. Weekly looks really bad. So I don't expect too much of a move, but you may never know. Money flow might be coming in, but yeah. 3 minutes coming down. 1 minute over time, you can see money flow is coming down, but yeah, it's kind of a more advanced short, I guess. So just another thing to look at too, based on the 12-minute. If we do come down this far, you may never know. Could see something like this, where we don't want the momentum wave going lower than this momentum wave right here. So we'll see kind of a small trigger wave like that. Then of course we don't want to see the money flow be less than that, so it might take a little bit. Might have to like range and then come down kind of like that. This isn't really too much of a high probability trade setup, but it is something to be aware of and look at. So it looked like this kind of, where we do want to see the money flow increasing, like so. Yeah, so this is long number 2. Then really the worst case scenario of a major pullback would be this golden pocket down here. We are kind of getting confluence with a 786 kind of. But let me delete this. This could actually make for a 24-minute, possibly. It's kind of hard to tell because the trigger waves right here are so shallow. I usually like to see like a like kind of the anchor wave preferred, but like a larger trigger wave that at least comes down to like the 50 momentum line or whatnot. So this one might be a little bit harder to plan out, really. This could possibly be another 12-minute one, where we don't want to see a trigger wave that is greater than this. Or what could be a possibility is that we just kind of get a whole reset and we get a anchor wave and then a trigger wave on even butt cheeks, what Jason Casper calls it, on the 12-minute time frame. So again, I'll just be prepared for this. I don't really see it playing out, but it's always good to have a plan for kind of the unexpected, I guess. But that's pretty much it for longs right now. For short, I'm definitely looking at this right here, where I have a daily, naked daily point of control, golden pocket, 0.5, 786, ton of confluence. So what I'm really looking at is a 24-minute or a 12-minute, actually. 12-minute would be ideal. Again, we just kind of want to see momentum kind of reset like that. As price comes up, gets a rejection. Then we kind of want to see momentum kind of resetting, going down, and then coming up, and then it's kind of going down. Money flow needs to stay down, I guess. Kind of needs to diverge down a little bit, like so. So that is something that I'm looking at. Again, putting an alert right there. Hey, dude, Daz. I don't know, this short I'm in is not looking too good. Money flow is coming up on the 12-minute. However, the 24-minute is kind of giving me hope. Money flow is kind of coming down compared to this momentum wave right here. But I have a really tight stop loss at 42,200. So we'll see if we really get a pullback. Momentum's really strong right now. Sorry. allergies are kind of bad right now. Anyways, here's short number 2 I'm kind of looking at. This could be more of a day trade, so 24-minute. It is up there a ways, so what I'm looking at is, of course, price coming up, rejecting, and then momentum kind of doing that in a way. So really ideal would be no momentum wave taller than this, because this is definitely an anchor wave. This is another anchor wave, so we could get like 3 anchor waves. Then of course we want to see money flow as our second indicator coming down ever so slightly like that. It's kind of similar to the last 12-minute short that we were looking at for right here. So yeah, I'm just gonna add an alert right there. And with this too, just a side note, I don't really look too much as like what my take profits are. That's more of a thing like when I see the confirmation and a possible rejection at that level. Confirmations meaning I'm seeing divergences in money flow moving in the direction I want. I will look for a position and then I'll adjust my take profits as necessary when planning out that trade. So really, I'm not planning too far ahead of my trades when doing this, because things kind of change. It's really hard to predict your take profits and a possible trade rejection using this. So plus you don't really overthink it too much. So now we can kind of look for swing trades a little bit. This RSIs are really diverging. I'm kind of waiting for a red dot to play out, so we get a little bit of a pullback and then continue up. But however, you can see the money flow on the 4-hour. It's kind of curving up, and when it goes into the positive like that after a long curvature down, you can see back here, long curvature, and then when it finally flipped into the positive, we got this massive move up. So I'm kind of being careful. 4-hour money flow crossovers are really no joke. They're quite powerful. So speaking of which, again, based on the 24-minute or 2-hour even, could get a massive move up. Looking at this area, naked monthly point of control and naked daily point of controls. Naked monthly point of controls are really no joke because there's a ton of volume traded at those, and there's a bunch of liquidity, meaning there's a whole bunch of limit orders up here, people kind of presetting sell orders for like take profits or like shorts in general. So really this is a more of a swing-ish trade. So what I want to see on Market Cipher is a momentum wave, really no bigger than this guy over here. So when it all said and done, we'll get a slight price coming up, and then we'll see momentum slightly coming down like that. So there's a lot of room for an upside right here. Then of course we want to see money flow coming down, be less than this area right here. And another thing to look for is the RSIs kind of joining as one. But don't be too picky with the RSIs, I guess. You don't want to see them super split apart. But if they are together, it's more confirmation. So again, I'm going to add an alert right here. And again, when looking at these, it might play out that we might get a 24-minute divergence, and a 2 hour isn't really happening. Again, adjust to your time frame, and if it ends up being a day trade compared to a swing trade, so be it. When I say day trade, usually the 24-minute and up is a day trade-ish, and then the 12-minute is more of a scalp trade. 12-minute and down, I guess, is more of a scalp trade. But just a general rule of thumb for people. So I'm just gonna delete these. Any questions? Oh, 12-minute definitely. 12-minute, and then I like to see the 6-minute diverging more too, but 12-minute definitely. I'll make more videos on the 12-minute. Jason Casper kind of pointed me in the direction. I kind of found my own take on kind of using the 12-minute divergence. It's kind of similar to like my 4-hour long-term swing trade strategy video. It's kind of like that. I might get stopped out on my short here, but that's okay. It's a very tight stop loss for the risk to reward for it. So yeah, those are the levels so far. That's really it for now. I'll move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, I haven't really touched the chart that much, so I'll just do some live updating here. It's Dragon Fibs. Then we got a nice fib pull from up here. That's kind of the same actually. Fib from right here. Alright. And then we can delete this wick. Right now we are at a golden pocket of resistance, looks like. Possible short on the 24-minute. Again, the 12-minute is just kind of negating this because the money flow is coming up so much. So, again, just as a possible short you could take, just going off the 24-minute. You can see the money flow is coming down ever slightly, momentum's coming down, prices coming up. Then I'll work my way down to the 12-minute. 12-minute, I want to see the same thing, especially with money flow. However, what's making me kind of iffy with this is that the money flow, you can see, has been coming up like that. Whereas, like on the 24-minute, you can see the money flow is coming down like that. If you guys can see that. I don't know. Let me know if you guys can see that. Anyways, yeah, let's look for trades. Again, the 12 minutes is kind of my go-to for looking for divs. So we'll look for longs to take. So right now, I'm really looking at this area right here. If we just take a volume fixed range from this little range here, you can see it's a value area low. So again, I'd like to see a 6-minute div. It's kind of reset. kind of be a small trigger wave, I suppose. Yeah. So it will look like this. And then we got price kind of making a lower low like that. So let me delete my alerts, current alerts, whatever. Okay, now we're dumping. Just before the New York session. I'm gonna might take profit soon, just to lock in that trade. I did get a kind of a crappy entry, but sorry, I'm kind of distracted today. So, again, right here. So that's long number one. Really, I don't really like scalping too much with Ethereum because it just mimics Bitcoin really. But I guess this could be a more high risk one where we come down to this golden pocket right here. There's a nice kind of support and resistance flip going on right here too, where we kind of have that. So I could kind of swing below that, grab that liquidity, and then come back up based on that golden pocket. This would really be a 1 to 3 minute divergence. I don't really plan out these too much, but we'll just look for a long. And again, with Market Cipher, kind of want to see this little small trigger wave like that. Price is kind of coming down. Then of course we want to see money flow increasing. Money flow is like in the negative, so I'm not too worried about that. But it is an option. So any questions? Yeah, definitely. I have a type stop loss too. Then of course this guy right here, 3,000. This will be more of a day trade. I'd like to see. This might be a good 12-minute one. Yeah, good 12-minute curvature. So we'll have price just kind of dump down and do this. Like that. Might actually be a nice 24-minute. Yeah, 24-minute actually. Alright, so that's pretty much it for longs that I'm really looking for. Can look for shorts now. So I'm just gonna delete this because we are at that resistance. So up here, this next golden pocket, just kind of reject like that. That's what I'm looking at. And then I'm looking kind of for money flow to come down on the 12-minute, same as momentum, and then just kind of do that. So it'll look like this, really. Yeah. Again, you kind of want to see Bitcoin kind of dumping for extra confirmation, because again, Ethereum is just a copycat. Next major level, probably up in here. There's not really too many resistances, really. Yeah, not until like way up at 3,800. Yeah, okay, we got a naked weekly point of control. So holy smoly, alright, let me do this one. This will be a swing trade based on the 4 hour, definitely. So what I'm looking at, if you can see that, price coming up to 3,800, getting rejection. Again, this is a shy of a golden pocket, so really you want to have a larger stop loss. Really, I put my stop loss like right here, so 5% stop loss, smaller position size, and really just aim down to the bottom right here. Very good risk to reward. But on Market Cipher, of course, you don't want to see any momentum waves getting greater than this. And then it'll look like that. Then you don't want to see money flow kind of doing that. So, and then it'll look like that with price. So I'm gonna add an alert there. As you can see, it's a lot more easier to plan out trades on Bitcoin because Bitcoin respects levels a lot more, and Ethereum just kind of copies and decides to do whatever Bitcoin's doing, really. So I can't really plan out as many trades for Ethereum. But we do have some trades. And then a swing long would be, if we come down to this this right here, 2460, as we have a naked daily point of control, weekly point of control, and it's the bottom of the parallel channel. So really I'd like to see momentum doing this, where we don't want to see it getting larger than this anchor wave right here, also with money flow. So again, kind of look like that. Money flow kind of coming up. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. for trades. Might get a small pullback, especially with New York opening. Might dump down really fast and then pop back up. But we'll see how it goes. Taking a short on ETH has, well, oh, okay, nice, man. Yeah, 24-minute looks pretty good. 12-minute just makes me wary of it, but so far it's so good. Up here, that's pretty good, man. Yeah, so right now I'm kind of going with trend, looking at longs, because if you go to Bitcoin, again, money flow crossover, very strong. You can see it. It's getting thick. It's coming up. 2-day, green dot. Money flow is making its way up too. It looks pretty good. 3-day, very good VWAP curvature. I like it when VWAPs kind of make that. Crypto phase would call it like a booby. So, but it's coming up very nicely. Money flow is coming down in the thicker, so it won't make it as strong, but it looks really good. And then of course the weekly looks awful. Not gonna lie. And then I guess the 2-week green red dot printing. Then of course the monthly VWAP is kind of going sideways. But yeah. But yes, I am probably towards looking at longs right now. Yeah. So hopefully that helped you guys out. I'll try to make this a weekly thing. Just looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Literally planning out my trades live. So pretty cool. Yeah. Hopefully it people learn stuff from this. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. I'll try to do this on Wednesday morning, as there is usually a lot of volatility on Wednesdays for some reason, midweek volatility. But alright guys, make sure to like the video.